Good evening. This is a regularly scheduled meeting of the Hartford Community Development Authority Board. Prior to this meeting, notices were given to the public by posting in the City Hall meeting board. In addition to the agenda was placed in the city offices mailboxes, the Hartford cable channel 979.
Is your mic on?
And, yes, it is now, sorry. And Universe 99 and the Daily News within the last 24 hours. Item 1 is call the meeting to order and do a roll call. I believe all commission members are present except for Karen Buell, who is absent and excused. At this time, we will go for any public appearances. Any of those who wish to make a public appearance, please step to the podium, state your name and address. You have 3 glorious minutes. Anybody want to do a public appearance? Going once, going twice, no public appearances. Let's go on to number 3, which is a unanimous consent agenda. Item A is the November 27th board meeting, the HCDA board meeting. I'm sure you guys all remember that. That was right around the corner. Any comments on that? On the staff report is column B is within the packet. And the last is then the late loan report, item C. We have no comments on the unanimous consent agenda. I'm looking for a motion to approve. All right.
Is there a second?
Okay, there's a motion by Tony Garza, second by Tim Perman. Motion to approve the unanimous consent agenda. Any further comments? All in favor say aye. Aye. And those against? Passes with unanimous vote. Number 4 on the agenda is the Heart Haven Inspect results. You guys have seen that on your list. We want to turn that over. I do notice within the packet there has been some noticed write-ups, but from my understanding, this is a preliminary, and some of those have been corrected. Jacob, do you have any further information on that?
Correct. We have been working to correct the deficiencies that were found by HUD. Again, the sidewalk stuff is going to take a bit till spring here. We also want to make sure, the question becomes when he came to inspect, was there frost lift or heave? But we'll address that. We're going to address the lack of smoke detectors in the bedrooms. We're working on that, as well as many of the other things that were identified. It's just, and everything we have, it was within our budget to remediate the issues that were identified. So we're moving forward with the corrections. We will reply back to them with that we've met we've corrected the issues that were identified during the inspection.
Do those smoke detectors, do they have to be wired, or could those just be the battery-operated ones?
We were putting in battery-operated ones. We currently have issues in Heart Haven, especially with the hardwired into the system, the smoke alarms inside the units. Per fire code NFPA, you're actually not supposed to do that, so we get a lot of false alarms in the fire department. We're looking into correcting that as well. But these are just battery mounted. That's all that's required.
Awesome.
It doesn't have to be hardwired.
Awesome. All right, and then I did notice they had some write-ups a little bit on some of the sidewalk, the unevenness. Is that something we're going to address with the city sidewalk grinding process?
We
Okay.
will, yes.
Awesome. All right. Any questions on the end? So this was kind of the preliminary. When's the final then, or is this? Deanna, do you have when is going to be the final result, or are they going to re-inspect after the corrections?
So on Inspire, it's there's 56 deficiencies because what's new is the bathrooms had to have a GFI outlet. So we had Sign Electric come in, switch all those. So then for each deficiency, I had to write a paragraph and upload a picture. And I've done that, and we started on the smoke detectors. DPW came and shaved the sidewalks that were on here, so basically every time we repair something, I have to do a paragraph and a picture.
Okay,
And the only thing I have left is a cracked ceiling.
okay.
So we're almost done. And then they
They close it out and they come,
evaluate what I put on the website and then reevaluate the score.
sounds great. Excellent. Thank you for the clarification.
You could just copy and paste each one of those paragraphs for the,
I did. The upload of the pictures did take long though, because my internet's slow.
did you just use the same picture 56 times?
Yeah.
Commissioner Garza.
Yeah, my question is with the smoke detectors, sorry. Did we pass that last inspection?
So it used to be called REACT. HUD changed the way I have to process all the paperwork, and they changed how they do their inspections. So Inspire is new. The smoke detectors being on the opposite side of the wall that we have ours is new. And we were grandfathered in with the GFI outlets. Now we're not. So we had
Okay.
to install them.
I figured
So
that's
it's-
what it
none
was.
of them, all of that passed before. This is new because new HUD rules.
Okay.
Right.
They like changing things.
Yeah, I figured that. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't something we've not been doing, but I knew we always try to stay to code, so.
Yeah, the sidewalks and a shifted ceiling are the things that were basically on us, and a hole in a wall that a tenant did taking out the garbage. So that's repaired too.
Good.
Any other questions, comments? Awesome, Deanna. Thank you so much. Like you said, looking at the report itself, I was pretty impressed. I thought it went really well. So thank you for following up on that, and hopefully you get it closed off soon. Thank you. All right, let's go to the next agenda item, and that's the discussion and consideration of the Main Street Apartments Service / Maintenance Contract.
So several months back, we, one of our employees at the Main State resigned. So we've been trying to find somebody to replace them. We actually posted the job, didn't find anyone. I think the blessing of this is actually the fact that we realized that we didn't need 15 hours of service a week, so we can actually reduce the hours to a manageable amount of money to get a contract out for services. The reality is we don't really need a lot of cleaning services at Main State. It's more about maintenance is when it becomes an issue, and that's why we're looking for a contract with one of these individuals to do the maintenance services at Main State. What we're looking for you to do is approve the movement of the contract once it's been reviewed fully by Ian and recommended by the CDA staff to the property owners for approval, and then to the Common Council for approval. In the end, we just need about 10 hours a week at most, and then, but again, most of the cost is in the more of the maintenance stuff, like repairing fixtures and stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, because as I was reading through it, it doesn't look like, it looks like there's quite a bit of space and quite a bit they're doing. But like you say, with the 15-hour a week timeframe, as long as that's something that you feel is doable. I see there is a clause in there that if we need to get extra hours, then you pay for the service for
Yeah.
beyond.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is there any of the maintenance stuff, is any of that has to go out? Suppose it falls outside of their realm.
Yeah.
Is that something we're taking out for quote then?
Yeah, it would be like electrical. Obviously, they're not electrical contractors or plumbing contractors. So anytime that would come up, even within the prior system, we'd have to contract that out to a licensed plumber or a licensed electrician. This is more like in the lines of grouting or redoing tile in the bathroom type of scenarios.
Sure.
That is what this is more, where you don't need a building permit or anything like that. This is more cosmetic type of stuff.
Awesome.
Or carpet replacement type, those type of scenarios.
All right. Any other questions in regards, so then the proposal is to go with the Cedarburg Solutions, right?
Yep.
As the service provider
Correct.
then?
Correct.
Okay. Any questions, comments from the commission on this? I see none, I hear none, so then, because it's discussion and consideration, I'm sure we need to make a motion to approve,
Yes.
right?
I'll move for approval.
Okay, move for approval by Mr. Perman,
A second.
and second by Mr. Romer. All right, with a motion and a second, anybody last comments? All right, all those in favor of going with the service contract with Cedarburg Services, say aye. Aye. Those opposed? All right, all passed, unanimous. So then the next process then is for them to take it, finish it with Ian, and take it to the council for final approval, correct?
Correct.
All right, moving on. Number 6 rather, Hartford CDA, and then the CDBG manual updates, the FY 2024 income limits, rents, random, radon, and administrative fees.
Correct. So we have 3 actionable items here. The first one is for the CBDG RLF Appendix A update income eligibility limits. So we're just updating the CDBG CDA manual to reflect the changes on the community development block grant. The next item is the CDBG revolving loan fund loans, fair market rents. So we're changing to reflect the fair market rents for the CBD program, and the CDA manual is thereby updated for that as well. And then also CBDRF loans reuse of funds, has to do with the radon for the CBD or for the housing program. It's, I'm kind of lost here. Sorry, Lisa.
So the reuse of funds, they increase the amount of.
Yeah.
For the reuse of funds, they increase the amount of administrative funds from 15% to 17%. And it actually is retroactive from a future manual that I found when I was doing other updates. So I just want to make it formal.
Okay. So basically what you're saying is you guys updated prior, just to kind of catch up where we were at, kind of clean up the records, and then you changed some of the rates just due to the fact that, and most of those are state driven, right? When it comes down to what's supposed to be and what should be charged?
Yeah, so the limit for the income and for the administration fees are all mandated.
Right. So it's just to update those to the new rates.
Correct. And then the other stuff is radon, that anything that hasn't had an environmental review after April, or before April 11th, there's a new standard where you have to do a radon mitigation, like, review, and then that's eligible an expense for the loans. So we would now be mitigating radon
Okay.
as part of the loan. And then, yeah, that was
That's it.
the
Yeah.
last one.
Sorry, I got mixed up there.
Sorry.
All right. Any questions? Yes, sir.
Yeah, so just on the reuse of funds, so those are on repaid funds that come back from the grant, right? And so are we charging the 17%, or have we been charging the 15? So what will be our change there, if anything?
Yeah, so we did update it. Back in 2021, we did an amendment to this that said that if the part of it changed, that they would automatically change it herein, like we change it once it changed in the manual. So I did change it at that time to the 17%. And I just, when I was going through and looking at other changes, I realized it was still 15% in our manual, and it should have gone up to 17. So I just prepared it as a formal thing.
Okay, so, but are we charging the 15% on reissued funds, or would we charge that?
We used to charge 15, and now we increased it to 17.
So we are charging 17 now on reused funds. Okay.
Correct.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So you looking for approval or is this already in place?
We're looking for approval to update the manuals, or to update our CDBG manual.
I'll motion.
Motion to approve the new manual updates.
I'll second.
All right, we got a first and we got a second. Do we have any further comments? If not, all in favor, say aye. Aye. All nay? All right, passes unanimously again. You guys are so easy to work with today. Love it. All right, I'm going to go to 8, and that's committee report and commission's request. So at this time, any commissioner wishing to identify any pertinent information above any specific committees may do so. No action may be taken unless specifically identified on the agenda. Any comments? Y'all? Boss up there? Nothing?
Nothing? No?
All right. All right. Okay, so here, there's no commissioner updates. So I guess we'll go to number 9, and we'll go to adjournment. All right, Mr. Perman will, and Mr. Garza. Oh, I guess we should ask, anybody, all in favor, say aye? Aye. Nay? We are adjourned.
Thank you.